Hey gang, in the last video that we did, we looked at how to evaluate algebraic expressions. In this video, we're going to talk about how to write algebraic expressions with variables to represent word problem situations. So the first step in writing an algebraic expression is to do what is called defining the variable, and we do that by writing what is called a let statement. So we're going to talk about let statements today and how to write a let statement and what a let statement is. So a let statement defines a variable. And remember, a variable is a symbol, again, a letter, used to represent a number in algebraic expressions. But it also represents unknown quantities when you're talking about word problems. So a let statement defines the variable and it tells the reader what the variable represents. Okay, it tells the reader what the variable represents, and it's usually used to represent an unknown quantity. Okay, so we're going to look down here at this diagram that I have, and this is basically a three-step process. You'll start with some sort of a word problem or a word statement. So for instance, let's say I gave you the statement, Jacob earned $8 more than Ryan earned. If I wanted to write an algebraic expression, okay, so that means using variables and operation symbols and numbers, okay, to write an expression to represent this word situation, it would be difficult because I don't know how much Ryan earned. Okay, this part here is unknown. Okay, so because this part here is unknown, I need to write a let statement so that I can define a variable to represent how much Ryan earned. So I'm going to pick a variable, we'll just say D, and I'm going to say let D equal the number of dollars that Ryan earned. Okay? I'm not worried about solving for D. I don't know how much Ryan actually earned. He could have earned $20, he could have earned $100, okay? I don't care about that, but I do care about actually using a variable to represent this situation and trying to figure out how much Jacob earned compared to Ryan. Okay, so it says Jacob earned $8 more than Ryan earned. So because now I have this variable defined for how much Ryan earned D dollars, I know that Jacob earned D plus $8 more than Ryan earned. Okay, so this is how I write an expression, an algebraic expression for a word situation. Okay, I come up with a variable to represent my unknown quantity, in this case how much Ryan earned, and then I use operation symbols and numbers to finish my expression with that variable. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're not actually evaluating, we're not going to get any numbers for our answers, we're just going to translate word expressions to algebraic expressions. So let's move down to examples 1 through 4 and try this with a few more. We're going to write an algebraic expression for each word phrase, and we're going to always start with a let statement. So number 1 says 4 points fewer than the Bulls scored. Okay, so let's look at our unknown. What is our unknown quantity in this word statement? Well, my unknown is the number of points that the Bulls scored. I don't know how many points they scored. So because I don't know this, I need a let statement, and I need to define a variable to represent the number of points the Bulls scored. So let's let B equal the number of points the Bulls scored. Okay, B is the number of points that the Bulls scored. So now, if we're talking about 4 points fewer than the number of points the Bulls scored, well, fewer means we're going to subtract 4. Our expression here would be the number of points the Bulls scored, which is B now, subtract 4. So an expression to represent this word phrase is just B minus 4. Okay, number 2, we have the total cost of a shirt and an $8 pair of socks. Okay, so I'm going to look at my unknown. My unknown is the cost of the shirt. Okay, I don't know how much the shirt costs, so I'm going to write a let statement to represent that. We could say let C equal the cost of the shirt. And so now if I want to know the total cost of the shirt and an $8 pair of socks, well, that would be the cost of the shirt, which is C dollars, plus the cost of the socks, which we know is $8. So that would be C plus 8. That would be an algebraic expression to represent this word phrase here. So again, I'm not trying to figure out an answer necessarily to these problems. I'm just rewriting the word phrases as algebraic expressions. Okay, let's go to the back side and try the last two. So for number 3, it says the number of inches and an unknown number of feet. So my unknown in this case is the number of feet. So I could say let x equal the number of feet. And so now we need to think, okay, how would I write an expression to represent the number of inches and an unknown number of feet? Well, we know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. Okay, so if there was only 1 foot here, it would be 12 times 1. If we had 2 feet, it would be 12 times 2. In this case, we have x feet, so the number of inches is going to be 12 times x, or remember we can write that as just 12x. Okay, the last one, number 4, it says Terry bought 2 bottles of nail polish. Each one cost the same amount. She also bought a magazine that cost $5, and we need to write an expression to represent the total amount she spent. So again, let's start with our unknown. What do we not know about this problem? Well, we don't know how much the nail polish cost. Okay, we know she bought 2 bottles, and we know each one cost the same amount, but we don't know how much it costs. So we need a let statement, a variable to represent how much a bottle of nail polish costs. So I could say let P equal the cost of 1 bottle of nail polish. Okay, P represents the cost of 1 bottle of nail polish. Well, Terry bought how many bottles? She bought 2. She bought 2 times P dollars worth of nail polish, so 2P. And she also bought a magazine that cost $5. So adding to the nail polish she bought, she also spent $5 more. So her total amount spent is 2P plus 5. Okay, so that's all we're doing in this lesson is we're translating word phrases to algebraic phrases using, again, numbers and variables and operation symbols, but we're doing that by writing let statements to define what we don't know. If you have any questions over this video, be sure to write those down on your notes paper so that you can ask those the next time I see you in class. And until then, have a nice day. You're all wonderful people. Take care.